Sunday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
I miss my daughter so much.
We're going to finally meet the woman in the sequin dress.
Adoptive mom versus birth mom.
Olivia's been harassing me, stalking me. I have not. Julia and Olivia have both made comments about how I'm trashy, I'm a kidnapper, I stole their child.
How far will the family go
Bring the restraining order. I'll show you where you blatantly lied in it. Bring it.
to get the baby back?
Why are you attacking this woman? She did not take your baby away from
But Dr.
you.
Phil...
You're in her face saying, you lie, you lie, you lie. You're on self-destruct. That's not going to get you the most of what you want.
She's a saint. We're the bad people. Is that what you're telling me?
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Thank you much, thank you much. All right, yesterday we heard some outrageous accusations from Julia and her daughter Olivia. Olivia says she has been on a 5-year quest to get her daughter Evelyn back, who was put into the foster care system when Olivia was a struggling teen mom. Now, eventually, the baby was adopted by a woman named Jillian. Now, grandmother Julia claims this adoption was unlawful, their rights were violated, and the foster mom lied and manipulated Olivia in order to keep Evelyn as her own. Here is what happened so far.
When I learned my 15-year-old daughter, Olivia, was pregnant, I was shocked. She said, "This is my baby and I'm keeping it."
When I went into labor with my daughter, they brought her up right on my chest. We all cried. It was the most amazing thing.
We were homeless living in the car.
I asked my friend if he would watch Evelyn really quick while I go across the street to the Jack in the Box. A police officer stopped me and asked me how old I was. The next thing I know, I'm in the back of a cop car.
Eventually, my little sister and I ended up in foster care, and they took my daughter away from me.
You're saying the government came in and basically kidnapped your child.
There really was no reason why they took her.
I believe this adoption was illegal because CPS falsified documents. They saw a beautiful, healthy, happy baby, and they saw a teen mom, and they pounced.
You're very critical of the woman that has adopted your baby.
Yes.
My granddaughter was adopted by this woman named Jillian.
This woman is the most immature, stupid, retarded, ugly person I've ever met in my life.
I do believe that she manipulated the adoption by lying to Child Protective Services.
I mean, what a narcissistic little tick.
She looks like a stripper.
I would give my life if I could just see her again.
I wrote her an email and I said, I just want to know everything's okay. She ignored me. She doesn't see her as a daughter. She sees her as a trophy, and she likes to keep her trophy shiny.
Whoa, wait a minute. How do you know all of this from a picture? Because she owns a sequin dress doesn't make her a bitch. Your story goes a whole lot better when you're the only one telling it. You ain't as squeaky clean as everybody thinks. Who has possession?
Jillian does.
Who has the power?
She does.
And so what you're going to do is piss off the person with the baby?
I have tried so hard to be nice, and I have no one else to turn to.
The enemy here is not Jillian. We're going to finally meet the woman in the sequin dress. Now, due to a restraining order in place, the baby's birth mother, Olivia, has been asked to leave the stage so we can talk to Jillian. They have to stay 100 yards apart. Now, Jillian, a foster parent, says she fell in love with Evelyn the first moment she saw her and was thrilled to make her a permanent member of her family when the opportunity arose. Take a look.
I wasn't able to have children of my own, and I always wanted children. I fostered 6 children. I've adopted 2 of them. Olivia's parental rights were taken away because she had been leaving the group home. She was diagnosed bipolar and borderline personality disorder, and she wasn't attending school. I had absolutely no say in whether her parental rights were taken away. After the adoption, it was my choice to not have any contact with Olivia. It was 100% up to me. I wasn't going to have a mother, biological or not, in and out of my child's life. I know Olivia was upset. There have been claims that I lied to her and I was going to help her get her child back. I've never stated that. Olivia's been harassing me. She's been following me. She's been stalking me. In 2012, I saw Olivia drive by my house. I was walking outside to come get the mail. Initially, I recognized her pink hair, and I saw her face, and she drove off. It was Olivia. Since then, Olivia showed up at my daughter's school requesting pictures of my daughter. Julia downloaded my profile picture on Facebook and made comments about how I was a working girl. Julia and Olivia have both made comments about how I'm trashy, I'm a kidnapper, I stole their child. But recently, I've had to file a restraining order against Olivia. My biggest fear with Olivia is that she's going to take my child. I want Olivia to leave me alone. I adopted a beautiful baby girl, and I have every right to not be harassed and stalked.
All right, Jillian, thank you for being here. Olivia has said very critical things about you, and you have as well.
I have what?
Said critical things about her as a person.
I have stated things that I know are fact.
You put this up on your Facebook page.
Yes, I did, and that was on a Facebook page that was set to private where she was
blocked.
I
need answers. Does this look like a good mother to let adopt your baby? Everyone is welcome to comment because this is who Ventura County Child Services gave my granddaughter to after they took and stole her from my daughter.
My Facebook is set to private, friends only. You better Google your name. Yeah, there's quite a bit of pictures
Should
of
I run
you.
a background check on myself, too?
If you're interested to know what you are.
I know exactly what I am.
I don't think you do.
She has my niece and her granddaughter, and she's in Vegas.
Well, then you know what? Let's take it a step further. Then Olivia should have never lost the baby because all she did is go try to bum a cigarette from a Jack-in-a-Box.
But that's not her fault. Hell, my wife owns a sequin dress.
Okay, well, don't pick on Robin because we all love Robin.
No,
you know, I mean,
seriously, Robin's...
okay.
There's Robin in a sequin dress with Katy Perry.
No, of course. I mean, are you kidding me?
And
yeah.
She's a mother.
Jay and Jordan.
But they're fully
And not
grown.
long after that, she was in Washington, D.C., receiving American Mother of the Year award. So you look at a sequin dress and say, oh, my God?
No. But Olivia lost her baby because she went to bum a cigarette.
But that's not her fault.
Was I saying that was her fault? I said, what do you think of this?
What do you think of this? What do you think of all of this?
Well, number one, that picture was one of my anniversaries. My husband and I went.
The one you're divorced from now?
Yes.
Okay, just curious.
And I
know
was
you
married
with your
for...
boyfriend and his kids.
And I was married for 16 years.
Yeah. What started to pique my interest in you was Olivia would start to send me, Mom, look at, this is Jillian. I never even met you or talked to you. And look at this.
And you write that I'm trashy.
Show me where I wrote one thing about you.
It also says it looks like she's working, if you know what I mean.
No. Pull that back up. It's the comments of my friends who wrote that.
Are you just set on self-destruct here?
No, I'm not. What I'm set on is unfairness.
Why are you attacking this woman?
Because why did we lose our family? Because I guess she's a saint, descended from heaven on a cloud. By all means, you're the saint, we're the bad people. You should keep our blood. Is that what you're telling me?
I don't really know who you are and
I'm
why
the
you're
auntie.
commenting.
Oh, you're not mommy.
Are you here to talk at me, or would you like me to respond to anything?
And later, are you concerned about the stalking?
Yes, absolutely. Olivia showed up at my daughter's school pretending to be a cousin, asking for school pictures.
She did not take your baby away from you.
But Dr. Phil, when you read the visitations, what about telling Evelyn you're not going to see your mommy, you're going to see the dog Zoe?
This is not an open adoption.
She wouldn't get out of the car, and that was how I got her out of the car.
You're going to see the dog Zoe, not your mother?
under CPS law, they do not physically force a child.
Well, maybe if you had told Evan you're going to see your mommy.
She knew that.
No, you said the dog
She's
Zoe.
2 years old.
No,
I have the report from the.
I don't really know who you are and
I'm
why
the
you're
auntie.
commenting. Okay.
Phoebe.
But what I said was, you're not going to go see your mommy right now because she wouldn't get out of the car. She wouldn't even come forward on the in the van.
Okay,
when
what
she,
they
no, I'm not
said
done.
is you stay with mommy, meaning you, our mommy.
Well, at that time, she was almost 2 years old, and she called
you
me
were
mommy.
the foster mother. That's actually parental alienation. When you teach a 2-year-old that you're mommy, you're not mommy.
Are you here to talk at me, or would you like me to respond to anything?
Go ahead.
She was scared to death. The social worker came back to me and said, I cannot get her in the car. I'm going to call and explain this to social services that I'm not going to take her because I'm not physically going to force her in the car. She would not come back into the front seat because she was so scared that someone was going to put her in a car seat. So I finally had to convince her that she could go watch her favorite movie, Elmo, and play with her doggy, and that she didn't have to go anywhere, that she could go in the house. And it still took 15 minutes to coax her out. Later that evening, anybody who came to the door, she would start crying because she thought somebody was going to pick her up and take her away. In her mind, in her little mind, I was all she knew as a mother. And no, I'm not done. 1 hour a week, she went to go visit her biological mother. She's been raised knowing that she's adopted, and she's been raised knowing that she has a tummy mommy. And even at that time, she knew where she was going. We would say, you're going to see your tummy mommy.
Okay. That's not quite the way it reads. When you have a foster child, the adoption reunification service at that time were in place, supposedly. You, as the foster care mother, were you showing her pictures of Olivia, saying this is your real mommy, so she wouldn't be scared?
I didn't have pictures of her.
You couldn't get a picture of Olivia with her? And say, I'm your foster
I did not have any contact. The only time I saw Olivia was twice at court because I went to all of the court appointments.
Do you think it's important?
Unlike your daughter who ran away different times.
You don't know what my daughter did unless you have court access. So you have access to the court files?
I have some, yes.
How did you get that access?
Some of it was...
You're telling me you've seen those court files?
There is some that are listed.
You have
why.
seen those?
I have termination of parental rights. I was at the court when she wasn't there.
You were in the court proceeding?
Yes. Inside
the court proceeding?
Yes, I was.
And you have copies of those files?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That's good to know. All I'm saying is this. As a foster mother, should you at any of time, because this time adoption was not the goal, should you have said, I'm your foster mommy, but here's mommy, because of course Olivia had her till she was 9 months old. She was with us. So she definitely knew us. She definitely knew mommy, because she was calling Olivia mommy until they ripped her away, stopped letting her have visits. Visits were canceled because you were taking Evelyn out of town.
Look,
do you
I'm
think that's
raising this child, and I'm allowed to go on a vacation.
No one's saying you're not. I'm not saying
that. If that happens to interfere with her 1 hour a week, and I'm gone for a week, I'm sorry, I'm going to go on vacation.
That's not a problem. But the way it went down, Jillian, was first you went on vacation. Then she couldn't go to the visit because she was crying too much. Then she couldn't go to the visit again. Olivia went weeks without having a visit.
And this has nothing to do with me. CPS was not going to physically force her into the car.
But if you had said at that point, knowing the goal was to give Evelyn back to her mother and as a foster care mother, wouldn't you say, maybe have a picture for the baby and say, here's mommy, and I'm foster mommy?
Why would I have a picture when she sees her every week? Why would I have a picture if she sees her every week?
She didn't, because you would stop the visits from happening with taking her on vacation.
I did not stop the visits. Child Protective Services, social services.
We're going to take a break. Up next, why Jillian does not want Olivia to have contact with Evelyn. We'll be right back.
There's been a lot of bad blood, and there's been a lot that's been said about me.
I would never, ever badmouth you, because that would hurt Evelyn.
You're badmouthing me right now.
And later...
I'm stalking you? You're not that important to me.
You're sitting here pointing your finger in her face saying, you lie, you lie, you lie.
This February, beautiful twin sisters.
These two needles are like my children.
Hitting rock bottom.
You said we're out hooking for drugs, and we get more because we're twins.
I would do anything to have them back.
But they can't.
Oh, my God. Do not make excuses for these girls to their sisters.
More emotion. More surprises. More drama. And we're just getting started.
I had a traumatized 3-year-old girl saying, my daddy hurt me.
Where is he gonna hurt you at?
A child does not say those things unless she was coached.
You cannot coach a 3-year-old. Ask anyone.
That is coaching.
I came here to help my daughter, and you turned this into a giant circus.
I'm done.
My daughter has asked questions already about her biological mother. She has asked me, do you think she loves me? And my answer is, I'm sure she does. If she wants Olivia in her life, it's up to me as the parent to decide what is in the best interest of my child. So at this point, I will have to say no. There is a point where I would reconsider. I think there's going to need to be a lot of healing. She's not trashing me online or stalking me. If she can't do that, then there will be no option of them reconnecting until my daughter's 18 and has her own choice.
You say at this point, you think there's too much drama and dysfunction to introduce her biological mother into her life?
At this point, being face-to-face with Julia alone, I feel like the only thing that's going to be told to my daughter is that how horrible I am and how all the horrible things that I did.
Never.
It would, had I not seen this, which was private or was public at the time, I probably, because I actually felt very sorry for Olivia and probably would have come around eventually.
I mean, if the drama was gone, if the dysfunction was gone, if you had confidence that your character would not be assassinated and your relationship with your daughter be sabotaged, and Evelyn had an interest or a curiosity in doing that, you would be open to taking steps in that direction, first supervised and all, but I mean, you would be open to that?
I would be open to it when Evelyn is emotionally way more mature than she is right now, and I'm not talking 12. If she's interested right now at this point, I think there's been a lot of bad blood, and there's been a lot that's been said about me.
Is this about you or Evelyn?
It's okay, Phoebe.
Well, I don't know any mother in their right mind that would allow their child to be with someone who's trashing them.
I just want to say one thing for you, and this is mother to mother. I would never, if I saw Evelyn, I would never, ever badmouth you, because that would hurt Evelyn.
You're badmouthing me right now.
Evelyn is not here. Evelyn is not here. And are you trying to tell me that you have never said an ill word about me or my daughter, Olivia?
No.
Okay.
I've never responded online. There's nothing online. And I've never spoken to Evelyn about either of you.
Well, I've never gone on your Facebook page, so I don't know what you've discussed with your friends. I thought I was having communication with my friends in private. But that being said, you did see it, and you took it. And since I know that now you're looking at it, I will be happy to remove those 2 posts off my page.
I think there's going to be time needed to heal at this point.
For who? You or Evelyn?
Well, let me answer that question.
Sorry.
You just said, is this about you or is it about Evelyn? If I were her, the answer would be, it begins with me, the mother. You're damn right, it's about me, the mother, because this is the only mother she knows. And if the mother is under attack, that is about Evelyn. So, yeah, it is about her.
So you think Evelyn doesn't remember me and Olivia? She was 2 years old. Do you think she has no memory of us?
At this point, Mom is her. My point to Phoebe, 80% of all questions are statements in disguise. Okay. And when she says, is this about you or is it about Evelyn, what she's saying is, you're making this about you, bitch.
I get it.
And what I'm saying is, yeah, it should be about her because she's the mother charged with the emotional growth and nurturance of this child.
I get that. You cannot make that statement.
I don't feel that I need to defend myself. It doesn't matter what I say. It's always, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying.
I'm going to stop this right now. And later, you've got to provide some leadership here. I mean, you're calling her a fraud.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're right. Are you concerned about the stalking?
Yes, absolutely. Olivia showed up at my daughter's school pretending to be a cousin, asking for school pictures.
Okay, first of all, were you there? She was not pretending. You cannot make that statement. You were not there. She was not pretending to be a cousin. We have someone who was with her who can say exactly what she said. So don't talk about us talking about you and then make a statement that my daughter lied when you were not there.
You're very upset.
You know why? Because you lied. That's my problem with you. It's all about don't talk bad about me, but you have no problem disparaging Olivia.
Well, that's what the school reported.
Well, you know what? We have a witness. That's not what the school said.
That is what the school said. I have a written statement.
Okay, the school said, and I know for a fact, Olivia said, I'm a relative. And would that not be true? And then you ran off to the court, restraining order against me, against my daughter. I'm stalking you? Really? I'm stalking you. You put in the restraining order that I've tried to contact you and your family. I don't even know who you are before all of this. You're not that important to me.
I'm sure you've seen the restraining order.
Bring the restraining order.
So...
Because I'll show you where you blatantly lied in it. Bring it.
It doesn't matter what I say. It's always you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. Bring the evidence, which, as you know, I have presented the evidence.
Really? It's not the restraining order.
And so I don't feel that I need to defend myself when I know you've seen it. You've seen the court documents.
I gave him the restraining order.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna stop this right now because you are so self-destructing here. This is not in your best interest, and you didn't have to come here at all. This is a closed adoption.
We didn't come to you about her. We came to you about how we were wrong.
Are you guys? What? You're sitting here pointing your finger in her face, saying, "You lie, you lie, you lie." And you say it's not about her. Are you kidding me?
Because she promised Olivia that she would keep Evelyn in her life, and her actions proved otherwise.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
Is there any final comment without interruption that you would like to make?
Had I felt that contact with Olivia from the very get-go and their family was a safe environment to do so, I would have.
Right.
I am in contact with the other side of the family. And I do send them pictures regularly because they don't harass me, they don't threaten me, and they don't stalk me, and they feel safe and comfortable.
And I don't either. I'm not interested in you. I'm really not.
And hopefully that can expand to this side of the family. And I will say it sounds very much to me like these guys got a very unfair handling by social services. I think there's no question about it. I think had this been handled differently, they would be in a very different place. I think Julia got mishandled. I think they got on a fast track. I think Phoebe got terribly mishandled in the situation. I think Olivia got mishandled in the situation.
And I don't know any of the facts regarding that.
I think it was a comedy of errors, and as a result, I think they're just raging against the machine, and they're blurring the lines between the machine and you. I wish you the best as a mother and in your life, and I appreciate you being here. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Do you know what the chance of flipping an adoption is 5 years in? It's like me growing hair. It ain't gonna happen. And later, there's one person in the world that can put that little hand in yours, and you want to keep sniping.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil, the Jodi Arias murder trial.
What is the untold story?
The prosecutor speaks out for the first time.
Except for that one mistake. She probably would have gotten away with it.
All new Dr. Phil. That's Monday.
Hi,
have not stalked or harassed Jillian. I just want to know the person that has my baby. Harassment is me calling the phone 14 times a day. Stalking is me tracking your every single move. An email here and there to see my daughter is not harassment. I have never tried to see my daughter. I know that that would be inappropriate. I went to the school to get a school picture, but I never tried to see her in her classroom or anything like that. Yes, I know where Jillian lives. No, I have never gone to her house.
Now, Jillian wasn't able to listen to everything that went on before she got out here, but under the rules of the restraining order, you were able to listen to what Jillian had to say. So, anything you want to comment on regarding Jillian's time out here?
I just want to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm hurt, and I miss my daughter so much. And I'm sorry for everything I've said. And you don't have to let her see me, but please let her see my family.
You think I'm taking Jillian's side in this, right?
Yes.
If I have a horse in the race at all, it's Evelyn. If you come to me and you say, how can I get the most of what I want? I look at it from a pragmatic standpoint. I'm not as emotional about this as y'all are. So I look at it and say, how do I get you people the most of what you want? And I know the way to do that is don't poke the bear. Okay? It's just that simple. You've got a mother that has this child right now with custody. Do you know what the chance of flipping an adoption is 5 years in?
Yeah, I know, very low.
I mean, it's like me growing hair. You know, it ain't gonna happen. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. So how do I get you the most of what you want? So what could I get you if not flip the adoption? Then we could get you in the child's life where she could wrap her little arms around your neck, where you could be there for the big things in her life, where you could have all of those things. Wouldn't that be a giant step forward? So let's call Mom a piece of trash. Does that make sense? Hell no. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, that's why I said, Jillian, just leave, because you're on self-destruct. You are self-righteous, and that's not going to get you the most of what you want. I'm trying to protect you from yourself.
You can't win with the adoptive mother. You've got to make her your friend.
I tried.
But you can't say I tried, and because she didn't respond, now I get to trash her.
Now, I'm adding attorney and child advocate Ariva Martin. I've asked her to join us to give this family some legal guidelines to what they may be able to do, what the limits are, what the avenues might be in this.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you this about the law. Dr. Phil already talked about the statute of limitations, and the probability of you being able to sue the county, slim to none. So I don't advise that you go out and spend a lot of money trying to do that, but it's your right if you choose to. But even if you're right, and even if some judge says the county screwed you, the issue about the best interest of the child, undoing an adoption like this is so difficult and almost unheard of.
I don't expect that. Could it go to...
Okay, so now let me tell you this. You can't win with the adoptive mother. You've got to make her your friend. You've got to get...
I tried.
But you can't say I tried, and because she didn't respond, now I get to trash her. And that's what Dr. Phil is saying. You've got to be patient with this. This may take...
I waited 5 years. That is patience.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just trying to help you.
Calm down.
You don't have the law on your side. The adoptive parent doesn't have a legal obligation to even let you see the child. You may have to wait until she's 18, as painful as that is.
You've got to provide some leadership here. I mean, you're calling her a fraud.
She is a fraud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're right.
No, I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. And you guys, you want to be right, and you can be right.
I'm sorry.
But you either want to be right or you want to be happy. The one person in the world There's one person in the world that can put that little hand in yours, and you want to piss her off.
No, of course not.
No, and I'm sorry.
Then, and y'all keep sniping. I mean, maybe it's justified, but it doesn't get you what you want. And I'm happy to get you some help with this, kind of heal this wound and redirect this, because there's a point at which you can be grateful for what has happened in Evelyn's life, but I really hope that there can be some leadership here towards...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Some calmness and some gratitude for a woman that's feeding, clothing,
yes,
loving, and nurturing this child.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back. When we come back, you are not going to believe the surprise I pulled off that almost brought Robin to her knees.
I can't believe it! I'm in shock! I'm in shock!
Come here. We can't do this show without you, our studio audience.
If you are going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Because we have a lot of fun here, don't we?
Or you can call 323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, it's Valentine's Day this weekend. And my wife, Robin, is always the one who surprises me. But today, I'm finally getting her. Okay? So, as my Valentine's Day gift to her, I talked her #1 favorite artist and band of all time. Come on. Come here, come here.
I can't believe it. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. I'm in shock.
Come here. Okay. Okay. As my Valentine's Day gift, I talked her #1 favorite artist and band of all time to make an impromptu appearance today just for her. So without further ado, after 10 years of asking, let me introduce the hottest band tearing up the charts from Los Angeles to Sydney, Australia, our son Jordan and his band 100-Handed, performing one of their new singles, Doctor.
Oh, my God.
They're performing one of his new songs, Doctor, and this is featuring Jordan's girlfriend, Marissa, who you probably know as the rising star, Kato. All right, give him some energy.
So put this on and wait for me. I'll check you out from head to feet, and I promise you'll feel alright. I'll fix you up before you leave, 'cause I wanna know how your heart beats, and I promise you'll feel alright. And we don't have to play. I'll be your doctor. You'll be my doctor. You'll be mine. And we don't have to play. I'll be your doctor. You'll be my doctor. You'll be mine. Oh, 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 oh. I'll be your doctor. Oh, 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 oh. I need you to make me feel this way every day. check you out from head to feet, and I promise you'll feel alright. And we don't have to play. Don't have to play. I'll be your doctor. You'll be my doctor. You'll be mine. And we don't have to play. Don't have to play. I'll be your doctor. You'll be my doctor. You'll be mine. Oh, 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 oh. I'll be your doctor. Oh, 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 oh. And we don't have to play. I'll be your doctor.
I'm shaking.
Did we get her or did we get her?
Look at me shaking.
I think we got her.
Yeah, I think we got her.
Yeah.
So, we all know everybody, but introduce everybody in the band.
That's Matt Black. That's Drew on the drums. This is Steve playing the guitar. She needs no introduction.
And by the way, everybody in the audience is getting a copy of 100 Handed's debut album called Like It's Saturday. And Like It's Saturday is actually a line from 100 Handed's single, Love Me Like the Weekend, which is available for purchase on iTunes. And I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Ariva Martin. I want you to have a great weekend and a happy Valentine's Day. But before we go, since it did take me 10 years to get him to perform on my stage, I have to have him play one more song. So here is 100 Handed again, this time performing their new single, She Was the One.
The brand new biggest deal. A fast start, long nights, and sex and heels. Her lips taste like violet crumble, and I won't forget. She was the one. Now she's the one that got away, got away. She was the one. She knows that she's the one. She knows that she's the one. So bittersweet when she walked away. Such a sight to see any other day. The door slammed like violent thunder, and I won't forget. No, she was the one. Now she's the one. Got away, got away. She was the one. Memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was the last storm. I've always been naive. Call it.
You know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Every day and night, that's right. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it.